Hello and welcome, everybody. Ooh, Joseph's looking a little goofy there. That's my fault. There we go.
I can't believe you've done
We're good.
this.
How dare I? It's fixed. Hello, everybody. Happy New Year. We're off to a bang. I hope everybody had safe, healthy, and happy holidays. I had a nice, relaxing week with my kids, building Legos and doing fun stuff. So, let's talk about the news. Well, in case this is the first time you've ever watched us, this is the Sandbox stream. I'm Alex. This is Joseph, our producer here. Hi, Joseph.
Hello.
Happy New Year.
Yes, it's a new year, new me, which really that's not ever going to be true, I don't think. Still the same old me, you know what I'm saying? Too worried about it.
And yeah, not a whole lot of news going on, but we do have some fun stuff happening. So, oh, thank you. You're looking good too, although I can't see you, but I will believe that you look good. We'll make it true. So not a whole lot's happened this week, just because you know the holidays, everybody's kind of chilling. But the big news is still big news for the rest of the month is that we've got the third game jam going on for the Sandbox. So if you are not familiar with the Sandbox, I'm not sure how you ended up here, but welcome. We love you, and we hope you stick around. So the Sandbox is a game making platform ecosystem, all sorts of stuff going on. So we've got the Sandbox Game Maker and VoxEdit. VoxEdit is for making 3D voxel artwork. We've got the Sandbox Dashboard, which is our marketplace, and you can upload the artwork that you make there, or you will be able to once everything's fully launched. In the meantime, we've got a whole team of about 60 artists making artwork for the marketplace. Let me pull that up while I'm talking about it. We got the Sandbox Marketplace. So we've got over 3,000 items in our marketplace. And once you set up your account, you can add these items to your inventory. And oh, cool. Nice Da Vinci aerial screw there. That's pretty cool. I'm going to add some of these things because these are pretty cool. And we should acknowledge this awesome piece by one of our Italian artists. I don't know if he's gonna get excommunicated over this, but it's pretty hilarious. Let's see, I don't know which benediction. This is probably it, right? This is awesome. Just wait, it gets better.
Does the Pope do attack?
He levitates. So, and his eyes glow and everything. This is great. So that's from Sandio, one of our Italian artists.
Whoa.
Yeah, he went all out.
Yeah.
I'm gonna add that too.
Oh, that's wonderful.
So we've got the marketplace, all these assets you can add to your inventory, and then in the Sandbox Game Maker, you can create your own game. And then once everything is fully live, we've got the metaverse, which is this huge map, and you will be able to publish your games to the metaverse that you make in the Game Maker. So it's this whole ecosystem, all powered by the blockchain. Anything you create and mint, you own, you can sell, you can earn from it. You can buy stuff from other people. It's a whole ecosystem, not just of creativity, but of actual money exchanging and stuff. So you can turn a profit on your creation. And we're also big into the play to earn. So we're looking to set things up in a way where people can not have to put an initial investment into in order to make a profit. You can play the game, earn a little bit of our Sand cryptocurrency, start making your own creations, and kind of snowball it from there. And we think that's great for everybody involved. So that is whoops. What did I do? I disconnected myself. There we go. I broke it. And if you look at the homepage, you can actually see we've got this thing, game experiences. So very soon, you're going to be able to start playing the first games that are being made on the metaverse. So these are some of our first creators here. Some of these people are artists in our creator fund. Other people are just kind of Hack the Tao is actually a crypto artist and doing stuff even before the Sandbox. Tomb of the Treasures. This is a husband and wife team. They actually have done work on some AAA games before. So we've got all sorts of stuff. 3D Print Your Life is a recent high school graduate. So she's starting off her career in game making right now. So we've got people of all different skill levels, and their games are going to be right here in the metaverse alongside Atari, some of our partners like Shaun the Sheep. So lots of cool stuff. So a lot of you that may be stuff that you've all heard before, but in case you're new, welcome. And we're actually going to take a look at the Game Jam, which is what's going on. So up until the 23rd, you can create and submit your game to the third Sandbox Game Jam. Grand prize is $10,000 in sand, which can be easily traded for Ethereum and sold for cash. So that's some people like see sand and they like freak out like it's some sort of like funny money, but no, it's a real cryptocurrency. You can trade it. I do it all the time. Joseph does it all the time.
I do.
Yep, all the time. Into the wee hours of the morning, gotta look at those candles or whatever you do.
Yep, that's what
I do. So you can get a team of up to, I believe, 4 members. Is still 4 people in a team.
Yes.
And that way we're making sure that we don't have like a studio of 30 people working on a game to crush everybody, and then they got to split that prize between that many people. It's just not fair. So up to 4 people in your team, or you can do it solo, whatever floats your boat. We're doing 1x1 lands. I believe that's the limit still, right? Does it say that there?
There's no hard limit listed on
There's
this
no hard
article. And that being said, the rules for this game jam are essentially that you have to use version 0.4 of the Game Maker, because you have to add 3 features that are new to the Game Maker. So if you're really ambitious, one of the features that's new to the Game Maker is the ability to create a 3x3 or 4x4 land space game. But if you do that, keep in mind that it is massive. So it would be very hard to have a completed experience, in my opinion, in just a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
In a 3x3, because you're talking about a 3x3 is 9 times more work than the 1x1, and the 1x1s are already quite large. So, but to each their own. It is one of the new features among many in the 0.4 update. So,
indeed. You can all still hear Joseph fine, right? I'm just making sure, because there is music on the Game Maker menu, so I'm making sure that the audio levels are okay for everybody, because the way I hear it might not be the way that you're hearing it. So let's take a quick spin around the Game Maker. So you can see you've got your expandable area here, so you can do any rectangular shape here, and we're just gonna go with the 1x1, because in the next 45 minutes we're not going to be able to do more than that. So we're gonna call this New Year's.
Oh, you know what? A thinking person, being me, I haven't even created the form, so I'm gonna get ahead of myself while you're getting this running.
Yeah. And
if you don't know, and you're watching right now, you can also be eligible to win 100 sand today. So continue to watch the stream here, and soon we'll be making some announcements for how you can do that.
Yeah, besides play to earn, we also have just simply watch to earn.
It's true. That's true.
Or watch to win. So this is our Jungle Islands template. So this is we got some nice Perlin noise generated stuff going on here. You can see there's some cool caves, and as you do the bigger land masses, you'll see that this doesn't just repeat it. It gets more complex as it goes out. We've got a new global parameters section. If you're familiar with the Game Maker from before, this is a new area where you can define the settings of your avatar. So we can set but before the way this worked is you would set, say, a character down and you would give them the behavior of an avatar, which I don't think that even shows up here anymore. You might get like an avatar spawner. Yeah, so we don't even have, you don't even have the option to place that way anymore. So what you do is you go to your global parameters, and you can either set a custom avatar, which would be something specific, but also you get more features out of the player's avatar. So the player's avatar is something that when it spawns is actually something you set up on your account. So, oh, we spawn underwater. That's interesting. We can move that token out. This is the spawn plate, if you will. Let's put that up on the hill here. Whoops, I went too far. And when we hit play, it's going to pick the avatar that I set up on the dashboard. So if you go to your Sandbox account, you click on the Me tab on the left-hand side, and there will be a section there that says Avatar, and we've got a whole bunch of full body avatars, and then you can choose a custom head, torso, legs, and feet to make your own custom person. And there's a whole bunch of new stuff that's going to be coming to that in the next few weeks. As we return from our Christmas break, I know that we've got a whole bunch of new ones in the works, as well as more features that are going to get added to that. So there's going to be a lot of exciting customization that can happen there. So let's take a look. We've got a tutorial to share, actually. This is something that has been asked about a lot. And can we pull the game up from the gallery real quick? Is it still up there? I'm not sure if Gray Labs is still up.
Yes, it is. I was there last Wednesday when I did the.
It's probably pretty far back now.
Like the stream. I think it's on page 3.
That's not too bad. A few of these other have a similar feature. WW John Cena. What? Some of the things people put up. Did I skip it? Oh, no, there it is. Greytown fixed. Yeah. All right. Yeah. This should work. So three of our contestants in the last game jam all came up with ways to teleport the player around, which was not a built-in feature, but they figured out ways that they could manipulate the respawn system to do something exciting and novel with their game, which was put the player wherever on the map they wanted. And we will see that once the game finishes loading. Might take a minute. Here we go. Well, we got some error logs, but that's okay. We'll survive. All right, good morning. So let's adventure out here. Now we already played this on stream before, so we're not gonna go through and read the story too much. You can actually check out our video from, was it about 4 weeks ago now, when the last game jam ended, and we can see leave your home, yes, and that teleports us outside. So this is the system that's been set up, is one where you can you can tell this is done with the older version because the transparency isn't set up right anymore. It hasn't been updated, but we can just go back and forth inside and outside this house, and that gives us a really unique way of traveling, where we've got large interior environments, and then we've got kind of an overworld where obviously this house is smaller than what we were running around in, but that's okay, it's a game. And the person who made this game, I don't think I noticed that gnome looking down at us from the top before. The person who made this game was very helpful and actually made a tutorial on how to do this, and they actually set up multiple places in their game that they could go. So what we're going to take a look at today is how you can put this in your own game. And so Joseph is going to share a PDF link, download from Dropbox. We're in the process of setting up a wiki, but it's not public yet. So what we've got is the PDF export of this page from the wiki, and it's just step-by-step instructions that have been updated for 0.4. And I already have it open. I don't know why I'm trying to browse for it. So we've got this helpful tutorial made by CyberDragon, who was the first place winner with that game that we just had open. And we're just going to go step by step through it, and you can follow along. If you get lost, we'll try to help you out in the chat, and later on we can answer some more questions kind of on the screen. So, two-way teleport system. Well, helps if we get our map open, right? That kind of is important, right? So we're just gonna call this teleport. we need to actually make the game. That would be.
Yeah, it's all good.
Follow the instructions before we have the map loaded. Let's do that. Okay. Converting presets.
So Alex, I'd like to make a note for those people watching,
yeah, absolutely.
Just to add on to what you said about us making this wiki. So it is a wiki in a sense, using a new service called Gitbook. But on the Gitbook, the intention of it is to be able to take you from you've never seen the Sandbox before at all the way up to more advanced tutorials like the two-way teleport system. So we're working on the back end in partnership with people from the community, including CyberDragon, who is helping us with some of these tutorials. And such tutorials, he uploaded this week one that shows you how to make spinning glowing rings, turning people into zombies, which was another feature of this game here. Obviously, this two-way teleport system, and a couple of others that have been updated just this week. So they are working extra hard, triggering victory conditions by killing a boss, which is more of a basic one, how to build moving platforms. So working very hard on the back end to build these tutorials, to build this library of how-tos. And when it is all put together, at least in a more complete / basic way at the same time, then we will push it out to the public so you guys would be able to use it to make any games that you want to make in the future. If you can't come up with these kinds of ideas by playing around with the tools at the beginning, eventually by the end, it should allow you to kind of know what you're doing. The reason why it's not already out is because we launched 0.4, so all the screenshots get to be updated from the version we were working on at the beginning. Some of the locations have changed just a bit, so that's just something to keep in mind as you go forward, is that we have these ready for you, and these tools are going to come to you soon if you're watching. So,
timeline for the wiki to be public? I'd say probably weeks. I think it's getting in pretty good shape.
It's definitely weeks or less. It may just go live and then we'll just keep pushing new tutorials to it. But the minimum timeline is going to be the 4th of this month, in a couple of days, because that's when the team gets back into the offices all over the world. So then, decision makers will start looking at it and saying, hey, look, this looks good enough to publish. Let's go with it. So,
I see NFT from Periscope asked, how do you change WASD to up, down, right, left on the keyboard? We do not have custom key bindings yet on the Game Maker. There are some options in VoxEdit to change key bindings, although I don't think you can change the camera controls. But yeah, we don't have customizable keys. One of the reasons for that is that we've got more going on than just running around. We've also got interaction with E. We've got jumping with spacebar. So that combined with mouse, for a lot of people, particularly if they're right-handed, it's simpler to work that way. I think if you're left-handed, I'm not sure what the best way to work that out would be. What was that?
I said your hands are too close. This is what it's like. Use the left-hand mouse and you're right there on the WASD.
Yeah. If you're left hand, I'm
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
that'd be very awkward. So yeah, in the future we should have customizable key bindings. Just at the moment we do not have that set up yet. So let's take a look at this tutorial. So I'm on the first page here. If you saw, there was a link in the chat earlier that Joseph put up where you can download the PDF and you can follow along too. So let's see. We're going to be making a two-way teleport system for our game. This is the case of, you're in location A, you want to go to location B, and then once you're in location B, you want to return to A through the teleport system. So this doesn't necessarily have to mean that you're like in two totally detached parts of the world. You could walk between them. This could be like a fast travel system. You could use this however you like, but this is just to set up the quick teleportation of the character from one area to another. So this system requires your avatar to die and respawn for it to work. Currently, you cannot do the teleport system without dying, so that should be a consideration in your design. If you have something set up that some other system going on that needs the player to stay alive, or it's going to mess things up, then this is probably not the system for you. So we're going to go to the global parameters up here. And let me actually make sure, can everybody see everything that they need to see? I'm going to move the chat over just a little bit so you can see if I need to grab the tools on the side here. All right. And we're going to go to global parameters. We're going to click the controller tab. And this tab affects the different settings of your hero. So we're going to go to components. And under the health component, we're going to look at the death event. And now there's tooltips on almost everything, which is really helpful. So death event determines what happens when the character dies. So we are going to respawn to tag. And we're going to set the respawn tag to spawn 1. So when the hero dies, the system is going to look for any object that has the spawn 1 tag. It's going to look for the closest object that has the spawn 1 tag and respawn you there. Now the death delay, we're actually going to set to -2. So that might sound a little funny, like we're going backwards in time, but what this actually does is it forces the death animation to not fully play. So this is causing the character to respawn before the death animation is actually played, because we don't want it to really look like you're dying when you teleport. We're just kind of taking advantage of this system. So next we're going to go to the message to kill. I'm actually not seeing that. So I think we can just type what we need. So we're going to say, we'll just say kill 1. Okay. So this tutorial was updated for 0.4, but I think just the wording was not quite updated there. All right. Now when our avatar dies, it's going to look for the closest object and spawn there. If it cannot locate the tag, it will spawn on the starting location, so that that coin in the middle of the map that we saw earlier. Place down an asset using the spawn point. Let's see. So we're done in there. We recommend using the default object of the GameMaker to avoid issues on the client's end. So yeah, we're not going to change what this is. We're just going to leave that as our default. This is nice because it's a flat object, so when we spawn on it, it's not like we're standing up on a pedestal or anything like that. And we're going to select the spawn point and add a tag to it named spawn1. So let's see. I don't think we can actually do that with this one. That may be another holdover from before the tutorial was updated. So let's see. Yeah, we can't add that, but this is actually a hard-coded spawn point, so we can't change too many settings on this. We could make it invisible, and that's about it. You can actually see there's a shortcut here to open up the avatar settings, which is unique to this item. I think actually if we look up stone carving, it's not even in the inventory. Oh, maybe it is. No, that's actually a different one. All right, so let's move on to the next page. Now, when the avatar dies, he will spawn on top of the stone carving. You can make the object invisible or... Oh, I'm sorry. This is me being dumb. So they're not talking about this stone carving. We're supposed to make a different stone carving here.
Yeah, that's right.
Joseph's like, yeah.
I'm just over here.
Just vibing.
We want to, yeah, I'm reading the chats. I'm trying to stay, in it and interactive with those, producing over here. And then I'm looking over, I'm like, that's the regular spawn point that you would find on the map in the city when we did our tutorial last week with the checkpoint system. So in order to do respawn points that move, you have to always use the custom flat object.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. So we're placing down an asset to use this. I think it was just the wording. Place down an asset to use as the spawn point. I was like, oh yeah, we've already got that here. They're talking about a different thing. So we're using this stone carving as our spawn point here. Spawn point A, if you will. See, we recommend using the default object of the game maker to avoid issues on the client's end. So so what that means is use an item from your library that comes with the game maker. So not something that you've added to your inventory. Now it's a little bit hard to tell from your inventory what that is specifically. But what I can tell you is if we go to so the layout, the sorting of the inventory changed. So now it does naming A to Z. It used to be kind of be by the order that they were added to your inventory. So it was really easy to tell that the things at the bottom of your library were the ones that came with the game maker. So now it's more just kind of it's a good idea to like look at the asset and go like, did I add this to my library? A whole bunch of these I can tell are ones that I personally added. Or you can just kind of go with, if you go with something that is a known, like the stone carving definitely came with the game maker. There's other ones like this wooden fence. This one's a little big to use for that, but you could use that also. There's just a few, and if you haven't added a bunch of stuff to your library, it's going to be easier for you to pick ones that come with the game maker. I've added dozens, if not hundreds at this point of things to my library, so it's a little more difficult for me to tell, but yeah. Anyway, stone carving, good choice. Good, solid choice. So, yes, what's up?
You might forgive me for having brought it up earlier and not having completed the task. It is actually done, but the people in the chat don't have links to earn 100 sand out.
Oh, no.
So I'm putting it in the chat right now, and hopefully it'll go out to all these individual platforms. Otherwise, I'll go over to those individual platforms. All right, I'm going to stick it in here. Hanging out on the, we got it on the Facebook, we've got it on the Twitch stream. I'm doing it as Joe this time, not as a Sandbox, because for some reason I'm sending messages out there on the services. So a couple of links went out there to click on the form if you could. In order to be eligible to win 100 sand, you just fill in your email address, which platform you watched from, what your username is on that platform, and your Ethereum wallet address. If you win, you could win 100 sand.
Joseph. Joseph.
Yes.
It's the wrong link.
What do you mean it's the wrong link?
It's not accepting responses.
What if it's the right link, but the option for accepting responses was turned off somehow?
It does. The date is correct. So
responses. Okay, now it works.
Okay. It should be enabled now.
Ticky tab box to make it work. So sorry about that. The first link will
It's
still
open.
work again if you just want to click it again.
Yeah.
It's open, good to go. By default, I have to close the responses on the form, and so I got to open it before I send it. But now it should be good to go.
I'm going to.
Same link. Let me link it one
I'll
more
copy
time.
and paste it.
There we go. I got it in there.
Okay.
One more time.
All right, we're good. So yes, so that's your chance to win 100 sand, and then of our 3 people who win 100 sand today, one of them is going to win a Wizzy the Blue Wizard NFT. All right, so back to our stone platform here. Right. So stone carving, select as the spawn point. So yeah, the reason why we try to make this an asset that comes default with the game maker is just that it guarantees that this is already loaded into the person's cache. So when they go to play your game, they don't get any sort of like delays or errors because the game is suddenly trying to download another asset that you've picked from the marketplace. So that just helps make sure that the asset is there and ready for their computer to use. So we're going to add the tag, spawn1, and I'm going to remember to hit the enter key so it actually adds the tag, because I didn't do that last week. I typed it in and then I didn't hit enter, and so it just kind of didn't do anything.
Yeah.
Now when the avatar dies, we're going to spawn on top of this stone carving because this has the spawn1 tag. We can make it invisible. Ooh, I can talk today. Or just push it underground enough to not be seen. I'm okay with it being seen, actually. We don't need to hide it. Congratulations, we have now built a respawn location for our game. Now, how does the two-way teleport system work? It's a little more tricky, so let's explore how it's done. We're going to duplicate the spawn point. So you can see there's a nice little handy, well, you might not be able to see it because of the chat. It's kind of hiding behind the chat, but there's actually a hints box here, and I can toggle it on and off, and you can see it kind of disappearing there. So if we hit left Control D, it duplicates it, and all of the settings that we had for this one are also on this one. If we scroll down, we can see it also has the spawn1 tag, and we're gonna put it over here. And we're gonna, because I like decorating, we're going to make it so we can tell when we teleport from one place to another place. We can tell what's there. And
Can't believe you've done this.
You can't.
Is that deadly lava?
It could be deadly lava, but we're just gonna jump over it. There we go.
Okay. All right.
Yeah,
Makes
it's not that bad.
Okay.
Just so we can visually tell the difference between point A and point B. All right. So we're going to duplicate the spawn point. We did that. Select each spawn point and click the eye icon to make it invisible. Like I said, we can leave it visible. We don't need to hide it in this case. Select the spawn points. Under the physics settings, set no collision. So that one is kind of important because we want to be able to walk right through them without kind of tripping over them. When they're that short, we can usually walk right over them. But visually, you might see the character kind of like bump up. So if we did have these invisible, it would look kind of weird. You'd suddenly like take a step up in the air. All right, double check your spawn point tags. Match your avatar's health. Well, maybe I should, because that's the kind of thing I'd mess up. I don't need to double check. I probably should. Spawn 1. It says spawn 1. It's all lowercase. That's good. All right. Now we've got our 2 spawn points. We need something to trigger the avatar's death so the teleport can be used. So as we continue the next steps, let's explain a little bit and show how it's done. To get the two-way teleport system working correctly, we had to use 2 asker behaviors on 2 different objects, along with other objects as void behaviors to delete the spawner we don't need. So it's getting a little complicated here. The first asker behavior will send a message to trigger the spawner we need to teleport to, and the second asker behavior kills the avatar, which teleports you to the new spawn point. So it's kind of a mouthful. Basically, the message that's getting sent out is going to remove one of the respawn platforms, so that way we don't spawn over on that one. We spawn on the one that we need to go to. And it's also going to kill the player at the same time. So we need a lever or button to activate the teleport system. In this example, we used the default asset ancient lever and added one on each side of the teleport system. So let's open up our library. We hit the L key and we go to ancient lever. I know how to spell ancient. Ancient lever. Pull that back down. Okay, we've got one over here and one over here. And we're going to give it the asker behavior or question behavior. It is called asker. It used to be called question. Add the text you want the player to read, giving only one answer and one option. In this example, we used teleport away as the message to send out. All right, so we don't need a speaker name. The lever does not have a name. It is nameless. We're going to say move to water, question mark.
Nice.
And we're going to say, let's go. We're not worried about capitals today. All lowercase. It's casual Saturday. Lowercase Saturday. Yep. And I don't think we need an indicator component on there. So we're going to get rid of that. And we want to edit logic. And on the answer, the message that answer is going to send out is going to be teleport. Oh, it opened the library when I hit the L key, and it didn't actually type anything. Type keyword. Come on. Why isn't it working? There we go. Teleport away. Add teleport away. Oh, my children are getting very noisy downstairs. I don't know if you can hear that over the mic.
Barely hear it.
We were woken up at 8 this morning of my 3-year-old belting out "Let It Go," the song "Let It Go" from Frozen. Not singing it, literally screaming it, just "Let it go, let it go," like. and then our 5-year-old came into the bedroom and was like, "She's giving me a headache."
It's a good deal.
So that was our morning. I blame my wife. She's the one that showed them Frozen in the first place. I can't take any responsibility for this. All right. For the second asker, we can use any asset, but it won't be seen. In this example, we use numpad switch as it's a small default asset. All right. So let's get the numpad switch. And it's just going to hang out here next to that. And this will also be an asker. Going to get rid of the indicator. Rid of those default questions, that name. All right. Place your object near the lever and give it the asker behavior. Make message required equals teleport away. So, edit logic. Am I missing something here? Oh, maybe it's the only once? Nope. Oh, message required. Wow. Haven't had enough caffeine today, apparently. Teleport away. It's right there at the top. My eyes just went down to all of these at the bottom, and I'm like staring at them like. So the cool thing about 0.4 is that it stores a list of all the messages that we're using. So we don't have to type in teleport away every single time, and we don't have to remember, wait, did I use a capital in this? Did I use a number? Did I put a space? Like, what did I do? It actually saves it for you in this list, so you can just click it, and it's going to be matching every single time. So that's a beautiful new thing in 0.4. And let's see, what happens here is when you interact with the lever, it will give you question 1. When you answer, it sends a message to question 2, which pops up straight away and starts a chain. So set the answer of question 2 to be the death message of your avatar, which we set to kill X earlier. Proving the point that teleportation is not easy. Yes, this is a pretty complicated system here to get it to work just right. So I think when it says question 2, oh yeah, question 2, not answer 2. All right. So do we need to put a message in there or an answer? I don't think so. I think it'll just say like, okay. So set the answer question 2 to be death message of your avatar, which we set as kill X earlier, which I did not set as kill X. What did we set for that? Controller, components. I just set kill 1. I guess we can change that to kill X, just to be consistent with the tutorial. Okay. So the message sent is going to be kill X. Okay. Make the numpad switch invisible and no collisions. And we'll turn off collisions, but we're not going to worry about invisibility. Kind of the idea behind making all this invisible is that it's a hidden system, so you just walk up to the door and everything kind of happens, but we're doing everything out in the open right now. We can make this all invisible later. Collisions, I have to exit out of the logic, and no collisions. Okay. When you die, you will notice it will teleport you to the spawn point below your feet. When you die, you will notice it will teleport you to the spawn point below your feet of the lever, which is not what we want to do. So what's happening is you go over here, move to water. Let's go. Oh. Apparently I should have given it an answer. So there wasn't any option for me to select there. I think we do actually need to have it say something. Message required, teleport away. What happens here is when you interact with the lever, it will give you question 1. When you answer, it sends a message to question 2, which pops up straight away, starting a chain. So I think because I didn't have anything, we'll just have it say, okay. Uh-oh, I used capitals. That was against the rules. Okay. Okay, yeah. So it's just because I didn't have any text in there. So that didn't take us over to water because we still have this spawn plate here, which is not what we want.
Right. It'll only take you to the nearest one that says spawn 1, unless your action can somehow delete the spawner that's closest to you first, which is the other half of the tutorial, I believe.
Correct. Yeah. So we need to create a void behavior, which is going to delete the spawner that we don't need. So we bring out another numpad switch and set it to void behavior. So we're just going to duplicate this. We're going to bring it next to this one where it needs to be. And we're going to change the behavior to a void behavior. And we can actually put it right in there. So we're going to set to visible, no collisions. Well, I just put it underground. So that's close. That's basically the same thing. Actually, let's not set it underground in case I need to find it later. I won't be able to click it if it's hidden underground. So we're going to turn off collisions at least, which is already off because we had it off on the other one. And the message required is teleport away, which is what the first asker sends. So as soon as we click the teleport button, as soon as we say we want to move to water, it gives that teleport away message, which is what triggers this void. So we change activation mode from on start to on receive message, and teleport away is our message. And then blocks to destroy, we do not want to destroy any blocks because then it would create a hole in the ground. And then asset destruction, we want to destroy only from list. And then we have to click edit logic to select what those assets are. And I believe we're going to select the stone plate here. So we click add, and then we select, I think it was stone carving was what it was called. Yep, there it is. All right, so it's the only thing that's going to destroy is this stone carving. And we need to make sure that it's within the red borders, which we've already done. Now when you use the teleport, you should be teleported to the other side. So let's give it a test. We run over here. Move to water. Let's go. And there we go. So we made it over here. Now we need a way to get back because right now this doesn't do anything. So we're going to duplicate the two number pad switches we made and drag them to the other side. So we're going to select the number pad switch and the other one with a shift click and Control D to duplicate them. And we're going to move them over. And we're going to line up this one on the right so it's over the stone. Make sure the numpad switch with the void behavior on the other side has the portal within this red destroy area. So that's what we just did. And we're going to change the message required to teleport home. So instead of teleport away, we're going to teleport home. And add that to our list of messages. Now we're going to select the other number pad switch. And we're going to change the message required to teleport home. And select our ancient lever. And you know, I'm going to delete this lever and I'm going to duplicate the one from over here because we didn't have the behavior set up the same way. All right, so now that it's a question, we're going to change that to move to lava. Let's go. Teleport home. And we're actually pretty much at the end of the tutorial here. Now we have set up all the functions to kill off the spawner under your feet and kill you again. But now we've got no more spawn points. So let's see what happens here. So let's make sure this one works. Move to lava. Let's go. We're over here. But you'll notice our spawner's gone. That's why I left everything visible, so you could see how it's removing things. So move to water. Let's go. And, well, it spawned us there because that's where the last position was. But now we're kind of stuck. We can only teleport to that one location because there's no spawners left.
Yeah. Now we have to have an object to make it respawn, right?
Mm-hmm. So we're going to make another numpad switch and give it the asset spawner behavior. I guess it doesn't matter which side we start on. But we do want it to be in proximity to where this original teleporter is. So we're going to grab our numpad switch. And it's going to be within that void area. And we're
Alex,
what's up?
my man.
Are
Gotta tell you,
are we ready for another?
we're so late for the next one.
Oh no.
I'm like,
How did it get to 150 already? Last time I looked at the clock, it was
We're just having a
118.
good time here. You're making this wonderful tutorial.
Oh, I can take no credit for making the tutorial. That all goes to Cyber Dragon.
Well, that's true. That's true. You're reenacting this wonderful tutorial. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to close the responses for the first giveaway, and I'm going to leave it's already open on the second one. So you can now click the link in the chat here and have an opportunity to win 100 sand tokens.
I think we're going to run a little bit late today. Just a little bit.
I love it. I love running late. I'm not even kidding. Like, I've been having a great time on Wednesdays. I've been doing an AMA after every show. Mm-hmm. So if you guys like hanging out, just chatting. I don't know if we'll do it on this one because Alex has a lot of things that he does that are different than this. But I love running long on Wednesdays.
Oh, hi. Oh, you got me a birthday card? Thank you. My birthday's in August. But... We've got a little visitor. So we're gonna pick the asset spawner. There it is. That is a very colorful birthday card. It's got about 50 folds in it. Very nice. Thank you. You didn't draw Elsa's dress?
No, just this colors.
Okay. Well, thank you. Okay. Love you.
Love you. Can you say hi?
Well, you can say hi. Oh, the camera's over there. You see it?
Hi.
Say hi.
Hi.
All right. You go back to mommy? Okay. Alrighty. So, yeah, yes, everything's about Frozen right now. Let's see. She wasn't even born when the first one came out, but everything is still about Frozen. Let's see here. Where was I? I was in the tutorial, and I lost my place. Okay. Make it the asset spawner behavior. Make the numpad switch invisible, no collisions. Well, yeah, we'll just do the no collisions. Place it above your spawner. Select asset to spawn as stone carving. So we'll click the little arrow on that. We don't need the indicator. We're going to turn off collisions. And we're going to do asset to spawn. Not a deer. Is she one of the beta testers? Not quite there yet. I don't trust her with my keyboard.
There it is.
Start smacking it pretty hard, but her sister maybe. Let's see, stone carving. She is the younger one, the one that just said hi, is our techno geek though. She was only 2. She figured out how to turn the Wi-Fi on her little Kindle Fire. My wife had turned it off because she didn't want her like just going to like random YouTube videos and stuff, and she had like downloaded specific like game things for her to play, and I don't think she knew what she was doing, but she turned the Wi-Fi on because next thing we knew she was watching Blippi, and we're like, what did you do? You're only 2 and she's 3 now, but like she's just way too smart for her age. Let's see. So we got stone carving. We're going to change the tags. We have to go into edit logic here. Let's see. Does it say behavior to set for it? I don't think we need a behavior. We don't want it to be prey. That's for sure. So we're actually going to turn off the behavior. We're going to set none for the behavior because it doesn't need to actually do anything. It just needs the tag of spawn 1. And then message required is teleport home. So what that means, so we're on the teleport away side. So when teleport home is triggered over here, it spawns the spawn plate for us. So we're going to set the message here. Why are my eyes not working right now? Message required. Here we go. It's got, all the other ones are in green, so my eyes were just like, it should be in green, but it's not in green. Green is actually new stuff. If you're using the game maker, anytime something is green, that means that it's probably a feature that just got added. So we didn't have the ability to set all of these options on asset spawning before. You used to be able to just spawn an asset with its default behavior, which is very limiting. So it's very exciting to be able to spawn anything now, with all the behaviors included. So what was it? Oh, message required is going to be teleport home. And I don't know if we want a delay on there. It doesn't, I don't see it mentioning the delay, but we'll see how it works. And then we're going to duplicate this. And why is this,
I think the delay needs to be 0, Alex.
Yeah.
Because you wouldn't want the time between the switch and the spawning of the object.
That's what I was thinking.
0. Yeah.
I agree.
I don't know if that is in the tutorial or not. Maybe it is, but just
now I think this might be a glitch because it's showing the outline of the other asset, but it is set to be stone carving, and we're actually going to change the offset to 0. We want it to spawn right where the other one is. So we're actually going to move it down like that. So it spawns in the exact same spot. And then we're going to duplicate it. We're going to move it over here. And we're going to switch that message required to teleport away. Which is not in our list anymore. That's interesting. Why am I not seeing teleport away? Are these still teleport away? They're still teleport away. That must be a glitch. I'm like, why is it not showing up in the list? And was there anything else we need to fix on that? Spawn 1. Okay, so now it should bounce us back and forth between the two. So let's hit play. Let's go. Okay, so we move to water. And you can see that there's 2 tiles there. That should actually get changed when we move because the void will delete the original one. Let's go. And... oh. I did something wrong. So let's figure out what that was. So, let's see. We've got our asset spawner. It's spawning stone carving. Edit logic. We got the spawn 1 tag.
Yeah, the Henry leaves a comment that says, this is probably one of the most complex lives I've seen since they started watching, but it's very interesting.
It is very complicated.
Henry, I gotta say, if you are enjoying this, you can take this. The best part about this tutorial, in my opinion, is that once you know how to do this the first time, you can make this work in your game many times over. The complex part is getting it set up initially, but later, if you want to do this again, you literally just take everything and copy and paste it to another place in your land. So in the game that Cyber Dragon had created, there was probably like 6, 7 of these different teleporters in there.
Yeah, there were multiple houses, multiple places you could go to.
Yeah, and what they did to kind of mask many of these things is that they created like these sandwich layers of world. So on the outside of, at the very beginning of this show, Alex walked, if they were in the house, which was in a middle sandwich layer of the world. And then there was a teleporter, and the teleporter actually spawned you on the higher layer of the world, which looked like a big open area. And the house was tiny on the higher layer. And then if you walk back into the house, use the teleporter again, it made you kind of had this overworld kind of feeling from an old school RPG, because the teleporter took you from in front of the tiny house on the overworld down the sandwich layer to this very large, actually interior designed house on the middle section of the land, and there's 128 meters vertically to work with, so there was plenty of space for that. And then later in the game, it took you to a third sandwich layer at the very, very bottom that was the same thing as the very top layer, but it had like this dark, ominous overtone because there was no exposure to the overworld's light, right? Like everything was in a box kind of in the underworld where everything had turned into zombies. So there were a bunch of these teleporters all throughout that process to take you up and down and back. But it didn't feel like it was anything different than just one big layer on the top because of the way that the teleporter moved you around. So super cool game experience, and that's why I think it won, right? That was our winner for the last game jam.
It was indeed. Cyberdragon, I think, came in second place on the first game jam and first place on the second game jam. The game that was made for the second game jam was sort of like a sequel or kind of prequel / postquel.
Yeah, it was in the same universe essentially.
Yeah. I think in the first game you play as the brother that's in the second game.
These characters are?
Oh wow. It looks like, is that a Elsa Baby Yoda?
No.
Is it just Elsa?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I thought she had Baby Yoda ears.
Olaf,
Oh wow.
and he's melting down in the sun quickly.
This is our second visitor, so we've had 2 stream visitors.
Nice.
So I think I feel like there's an issue with the delay, because something is causing them to not spawn in time. So let me check the delays here, because I have a feeling that is where our issue lies, because we're successfully moving the first time, so I can go to water, and then if I want to go back to lava, it works.
Did you see the Clinkers mentioned that teleport away spelling on the second asset may not be correct?
Well, now it's working. What did I change? It's working. Oh wait, it didn't work that time.
It looks like the assets that you're choosing to spawn. No, it's working.
It didn't work the one time.
Maybe there just wasn't enough time for the asset to spawn on the other side.
Maybe.
Or because it appears to be destroying itself.
I'm getting like a 50-50. So I think maybe I'm thinking that it's either an issue with the delay or maybe the spacing that I set up is not quite right. Because you're inside the box. You can't have one without the other. What do you mean?
If you hit the lever while you're inside the box, it doesn't work, it seems.
If I'm inside the void?
I think that maybe, but I think it might have more to do with how long it takes for the object to despawn, and you're spamming it so instantly that the object hasn't pulled itself away from the code, I guess, if that makes sense.
Oh yeah, if I try doing it too quickly, and I just noticed the clouds change. Wow. I thought it was a static skybox. I didn't realize the clouds are actually I think a Perlin noise difference field or something. They're doing something cool there. That's neat. I just noticed it all of a sudden.
Yeah, Clanker says that they meant that you can't have one child without the other. Not.
Oh, my actual kids, not.
Yeah.
So when we're talking about 3D objects and stuff, there's parents and children all the time, and so I thought it was game related.
Yep. Yeah. And we're talking about modeling in VoxEdit over here, and you got your parent portion, which is the chest, and then your child, which is all the limbs. Yep.
So if I do it real slowly, it doesn't work, but if I do it, no. Okay, now it's consistently not.
Alex, can't believe you've done this.
I have no idea. Hey, I've never seen the inventory screen before. This is pretty cool.
It might be it might just be that delay time. Maybe that's why there was no delay timer. It was just set to 1 instead of 0.
Yeah, well, I did change it to 0.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying is the fact that you changed it, and the tutorial doesn't say to change it. So it may be that Cyber Dragon has tested some things that we've never tested before.
Well, I think I think I will message him about this and see if we can tidy up some of the wording to see what exactly is going on here. That's not quite right. So, Cyber Dragon is super helpful, super generous to share this arcane knowledge with us, and I am super grateful that he's part of our community because just not just the cool games that he's made, but his willingness to share his secrets is really cool. So I think maybe I'm just missing a small detail because it does work, just not 100%. And his works actually very consistently. So once we figured out the initial glitch that we had with the Greytown, was that what it's called? With Greytown was that it was the non-basic assets, meaning assets that were gotten from the marketplace, which was the only issue, the only glitch that his game had. Otherwise, it consistently would take him back and forth between the house and the town. There seemed to be no way to mess it up. Actually, like I tested it a lot before we streamed it, and it seemed to work perfectly. So maybe something changed in 0.4. But I think it may just be that there's a small setting there that maybe I'm missing or I'm not understanding or something that I didn't do quite right. Maybe it's because I didn't make these things invisible. I don't think that's the reason though. But we will pursue that, and hopefully next Saturday I will have an explanation for what was going wrong. And of course, if you figure it out, if you're like playing around with this, you can always message me on Twitter. I'm gonna put it in the chat at Kamisazi on Twitter. So if you figure something out in the Game Maker, even if it's not related to this, if you figured out something cool and you want to share it, I will definitely retweet any cool stuff that you send to me about the Sandbox. I'm sure Joseph will too. And let's get that third link in the chat.
Yeah, it's a little bit after the time, so we'll get the last one out there, and we'll start drawing some numbers. And it looks like today, Alex, you probably won't need a random number generator. We've got fewer here, and I don't know if that has to do with the links not going out there on Periscope or not. And I apologize if that's the case, but for some reason, when I'm linking on Restream to get it out to all of the networks at once, it's not going out. So if I respond to individuals, it works fine.
Sometimes Restream's a little goofy.
Yeah, it's a bit iffy today.
So you might have noticed I pulled up the inventory earlier. Let's see what we can do with that. I haven't really played with the inventory system yet. I haven't had a lot of chance to play with 0.4 at all yet. So we were in 0.3 for a long time, and I felt like I had that down like the back of my hand. But 0.4, there's a lot of unexplored territory for me there that I'm gonna have to learn along with you guys, and it's exciting. There's cool stuff. So let's see. Do we have weapons here? Weapons. So let's put some weapons down. You're gonna say goodnight? Okay, you're gonna have a nap. Yeah. Love you.
And just like a hug.
Yes, get a hug. All right, have a good nap.
All right, so if you're watching now and you haven't noticed, I put a link from myself, not from the Sandbox, but from the Vision X. This is a new form, so you can fill that out to be eligible to win 100 sand and a Wizzy NFT today. Look at all these beautiful swords. Alex, are you just making a shop right now?
I think so. I don't know if it's
can
going to
make a
work or
shop,
not,
you
but
know?
we can try it. So I believe that I can make these pick upable. So let's see here. We've got you know, I might need to make these loot assets, which would
Yeah,
be
you do.
which would be a little more. That was very enthusiastic.
I mean, I'm sorry. I just want to see you pick up some loot. You know what I mean? Like nobody goes out here to playing an RPG and they're like, "Boy, I sure wouldn't like to see that. I don't want to get that amazing sword." Nobody says that. Everybody wants it.
So if I make these collectible, I think they'll put them in my inventory.
That's what I'm
So I
talking
need
about.
to. I've selected all of them. I'm going to add the collectible component. And collision. We're going to collect one each. That should put it on all of them. Yep, it looks like they all took it. So let's see what happens when I run in here. Okay, Blade of Ice Pop. Let's go into our inventory. There it is. And let's put it in our sword slot. Look at that. Oops, I exited the game. I've been playing, so this past week I've been playing Doom Doom Eternal, and tab is the key, the default key to go to like your menu for like your upgrades and stuff like that. So just out of habit, I slapped the tab key and exited the game.
Boom. Done with you game. Nobody wants. Yeah. No, that's so. This is great. I'm gonna just throw it out there, Alex. I haven't played with the inventory system yet, and just seeing it right there immediately, like, thank you, because the Blade of Ice Pop is probably oh, look at the loot. Oh god, that's so exciting.
I
Kill
think
a
this
monster.
shield is.
Loot drops. The shield.
Can I dual wield?
You can.
No, it's snaps it to the sword.
Oh Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
There's no animations for dual wielding, so I wasn't sure.
Oh.
Look at this ginormous sword. It's like Final Fantasy VII level.
Pretty massive. Yeah.
This is fun. So yeah, this is the first time that I've gotten a chance to play with the inventory, and I am pumped that we can do this now. We used to only be able to equip a single item.
Yeah.
And now, what's up?
Where's the helmet? Like,
It's
put on some
fine,
armor, bro.
fine.
Armor.
Okay, all right.
Let's go.
Okay.
Let's go.
Okay.
I'm so excited to create a whole experience. The whole, just make a Zelda today.
just do a Zelda.
Just go ahead, Alex, real quick, just for the fans here. Just sit here for the next 400 hours and just make a Zelda.
I don't think I have any pants. Leg armor.
Yes, the inventory is just local, so it's not permanent to your avatar as designed here. The only way it could be permanent to your character would be if the asset was an NFT. So,
which, yeah, so it's. I'm not sure how that will play out for, like, the Sandbox official game. So the difficulties when you're bringing like armor and stuff from one game to another game, you can break the creator's intention in that other game. So for the most part, I think equipables are going to be locally based, but there may be ways to tie them together. So I know there's a lot of plans for like the Sandbox's official content of what it's making. And that may span multiple lands. I'm not sure if you're going to be able to take your equipment from one land to the next. Exactly how those features are going to pan out, we have yet to see. I know that the game dev team has like docs and more docs and slideshows and like tons of plans that
Yeah.
I simply haven't had time to look at all of them. I could for a lot of them, but I'm in art production mostly, so there's a lot going on, and that's why you have so many people working on the game, because there's too much for one person to know everything. And so while I would love to be able to share any information I can on that, I don't personally know at this time.
And
Exactly.
technologically speaking, the idea of dropping an NFT right now, I don't think makes a lot of sense. Just not that it's not possible, but that currently
I did it again.
the best way to do that would be to have a functional and public marketplace. And obviously, like we're not even really at a point right now where a user is out there playing these games, right? So we'll take it one step at a time and get closer towards that, I think. But until something becomes official, it's kind of just up there. But if I was just guessing on how much it would cost, let's say to mint that helmet, which it would be already minted if they were given away as drops, and then have that helmet on your avatar forever, it'd probably be like $5, maybe less, maybe more, depending on what time of day it is, what day it is, right? But to have it permanently in your account as your helmet, in your MetaMask, then I noticed that you kept that helmet there after even through the death, so that's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't lose inventory on death. That's nice. But yeah, all the individual assets, if you were trying to mint it on the Ethereum blockchain right now, would cost quite a bit for a person to get out of your wallet and into theirs. So once the marketplace is live, the tech kind of changes, because you could have it so that a person has it in their account, email, and then if they want to take it out of their email and sell it on the third party market, then they could decide to pay the on-chain fees to take it out of the Pixel wallet associated with your account and put it into their personal wallet. So there are ways that we could make it so that you wouldn't have to mint every drop. But that said, all of those steps aren't in place yet. So it's going to be a while before we actually, get into that sort of.
So you can just drop
Did
stuff.
You just dropped it?
You can drop stuff
Oh,
and pick it back up.
very good. Very good. Can you like drag it off just into the void there between your two
I
between
tried
your
that.
proper inventory?
It didn't do anything. So
You got Hell Sword number 7 there. You just picked up 7 of them. Is that right?
did I?
Did you notice that? No, I'm just saying maybe it was like the 7th time you tested it or something, but it said Hell Sword times 7
That
for
says
some reason.
maybe because I dropped it.
How many
It
times
says
have you
it says
picked up the Hell
X1
Sword?
right now.
That one says 1.
Oh, I've played through all of Doom Eternal this past week, so it's like a reflex right now to just keep hitting tab.
Yeah, Alex finally got some proper time off, like a lot of it, or whatever, relative to normal. So now he's like, I played games.
I just have a muscle memory to hit tab anytime I want to like look at the map, or check my inventory, whatever. So
okay, so now if you pick it up again, does it say?
It does say
times
times 7.
2?
So that's probably a
7.
glitch, because you can change the number of times an item drops. So
Okay.
if we go here to so this, well, it has 0 luck, but this slider goes all the way up to 7.
Sure.
So we can pick up more than one. Let's see what happens.
Interesting.
So yeah, 3,
But it didn't
7,
give you
8.
more than one in your inventory when it.
Well,
said
they may be stacked technically. Yeah, I mean, it's probably just this is still a work in progress, so there's still a lot to.
Yeah, I'm just trying to kind of what do I want to say here, like trying to troubleshoot, but find those glitches, because that's an important part of, we're in 0.7, 0 implying it's still in the alpha test, right? And
Right.
we talk about this all the time, but the more that we can find these small little things, and I would consider this pretty small, the better everyone experience will be. So
Now, what I wonder is, can I add a tag to this? We're going to say key. And can I open a gate by holding the sword?
Oh.
Was it fence? Door? What am I looking for here? I don't remember what... Oh, because I'm just in... Why is my inventory so small? What am I looking at here? Category weapon. Oh, okay. The category was still checked. I'm like, why am I not seeing anything? There we go. That's what I was looking for. So let's put this dragon gate out here. And let's spin it around. And we're going to move that down. Doesn't have to be fancy, Alex. What are you doing?
So
no, it has to be fancy. Nah, forget it.
I
Okay.
just want to be able to. So
yeah, we're just gonna see if this opens. So indicator component. We want what was the component we used before? It was the speaker component. Let's see if this still works the same way. Detect entity, target tag is going to be key. And that's a pretty small range, so we'll have to be right up next to it. Excludes tags is from network. What does that mean? That's interesting. And let's see, we're going to turn off that. We want, so when it detects the entity of key, which is what the tag I put on the sword is, we're going to send a message of, really? Open. And well, it can say hello. That's fine. But we don't want it to face the player. And trigger is going to be open, which doesn't show up in there yet. There it is. And play animation, opening, closing, starting state closed. Okay. Let's see if this works. So we're going to run over here and just show that it doesn't open. I can't interact with it. I'm spamming E and nothing's happening.
Doesn't open without the sword?
I'm going to find out. So I'm holding the, I don't have the sword equipped, but it's in my inventory. Okay, it's not opening. But what if I show it the sword? Nope. Nada. Okay. It was worth a shot. I didn't know if it would work or not. That'd be cool. I'll see if I can, I'll see what I can convince people to do with that. Be like, hey,
well,
like
Alex,
Legend of Zelda, show the sword, and then it's going to open the gate. Maybe it will. I don't know.
I know you're a busy man, sir. So does 1:25 p.m. your local time sound like you've gone too long, or are you still playing around experiment?
I'm having fun, but we should do the giveaway though. Everybody is waiting for the giveaway, so let's find out who our winners are. I'm just hovering over the lava here.
So what I'll do then is I'm going to go to a random number generator, as I have before. We did not get a ton of responses today, but it's good quality responses nonetheless. So that probably means that either a bunch of people on Periscope missed out, and I would apologize for that, just because if we had a glitch on Restream, or that hopefully these are all quality responses, right? Hopefully they're all here in the chat when I announce their name. So for the first giveaway, we had 64 responses, and I'm just going to click generate here. User number 43 is going to be, I got to close this. I'm getting a bunch of messages. User number 43, that was Mini Yo 1994 on Twitch.
Congratulations.
You have won 100 sand today. And you are eligible to win a Wizzy NFT. And that is from the first of the 3. Okay. And then the second of the 3 that we did today, 58 responses on that form. So I will hit generate and user number 25 on that form. Most people don't know what order they were in now. So let's see. So that was that was Zion again. Yep. I'm going to put it in the chat so everybody can see this. This was also on Twitch. Zion again. You have won 100 sand tokens today as well, and eligibility for that Wizzy NFT. Those are both unique usernames. I don't remember them. But we'll double check and verify the Ethereum address to make sure that only one person, you can only win Wizzy one time ever. And then we've got the third form here. This one had 62 responses before it was closed. So here we go. We'll hit generate and user number 5 on that form. So I'll just type a 5 here. We'll see who we got. This one, I think this user has won before. They're probably going to be quite happy. I know they're interacting in the chat here. So username, train hard, play harder. You win. That's 100 sand tokens.
And I believe none of those have won Wizzies before.
None of them have won the Wizzy. So if that's
Double
the case,
check my notes here.
Okay.
What was the first one again?
The first one was Mini Yo 1994.
Nope.
And then the second was XIONNNGAN Zion again.
I think we would have remembered that one.
Yep. And then, of course, train hard, play harder. Oh, yeah. I've been really interactive in the chat today, train hard. So thank you for sticking with us and having some fun here. Okay, and now for the big reveal. I can't really drown my microphone's sensitivity is turned way down right now. So I'm just going to set the RNG to 1 to 3. I'm going to hit generate, and user number 3, which was train hard, play harder. You have won the Wizzy NFT asset today. Woo-hoo. So Wizzy the Blue will be sent to you by Alex. And then in terms of sand, if you've won sand over the last few streams, the team has been out on vacation, a well-deserved time off for the first time this year. So they will be back on the 4th. And I believe that's when that sand will be sent out. So look for that. And congratulations to those winners today. And Alex,
What's
what
up?
are you scheming up over here? I'm seeing you.
Well, I was trying to see if I dropped the sword, if it would activate that, but I'm not sure it recognizes that. It's not it's not sensing that key. Unless, I don't know what this exclude means. Like I don't know what that actually does, so maybe that's impacting it. Because I think I feel it in my soul that if I just drop the sword here, the gate should sense that I dropped it. But the problem that I'm encountering is that I picked it right back up. The sensitivity radius on this is pretty small. It does look like it's big enough. Yeah, that blue ring. Yeah, that's plenty big enough for it to sense it. So for whatever reason, it's not sensing that to open. But there may also be just might be some part of the mechanic that I'm not understanding. So if I was to say not have this as a collectible and have this as a pickable item, meaning one that I can carry out in front of me as just a moving thing like that, it should open. Maybe. Yeah, well, it does say the hello. Oh, wait, so that's working. Wait a minute. Was it saying the hello when I dropped it and I didn't see it?
It could be that you set the action on the Dragon Gate to not open properly. Because I thought, and I could be wrong about this, that by default, the opening mode didn't have to be changed, message required open. And I could be wrong with that because it has the detect entity function.
Well, the detect entity, so it senses the key. So it is sensing the key, at least when I carried it over. So let me see if it senses the key when I still have it as a collectible. Because I didn't look up high enough to see it saying hello. That's actually why I left the hello, was so that way I could see it if it did sense it. So it doesn't sense it here. Does it sense it if I carry it? Let's run out, run back. No, it still doesn't sense it there. So let's drop it. Oop, that's the wrong one. What about no sword? Can I do no sword? I can do no sword. Cool. Drop. Back. And yeah, it doesn't say the hello. So so yeah, it's just it's probably an incompatibility between the features that the collectible item is either not triggering that it's in a different location, because I have a feeling if I was to just put it over there and not pick it up, it would recognize it. Yeah, see, it says it there.
Interesting.
So for whatever reason, when I drop it, it's not like pinging that, hey, the tag is over here now. So I think that's going to be a feature request for me, because I want to be able to like pick up a special sword, do a fight, and then like present it at an altar and unlock something cool. Maybe like an upgraded sword or something like that. Because I've been playing two very different games this week. I've been playing Doom Eternal, and I've been playing A Link to the Past with my daughters. They get bored. It's not quite their speed, but yeah, A Link to the Past was one of my favorite childhood games when I could get my hands on it, and all I have left to do is beat Ganon, and I'm missing 2 half hearts, or two pieces of heart, which the OCD part of me is like, should I? I want to say I 100%ed A Link to the Past with no emulation, no save states. It was all on the Wii, it's all, official, but it's just 2 pieces of heart. I don't really need that last heart container, but I need it. So yeah, it's been the internal struggle, but I'll probably beat Ganon today. Ganondorf. I think he's Ganon in this game. But yeah, so you have a couple instances where you like hold the Master Sword over your head and like lightning flashes and you get like a cool item, and I want to be able to do that here, but it's not working like that. So we'll figure something out. We'll make something cool out of that. Anyway,
early enough yet, right? I mean, we're in alpha 0.4. A lot of time for those kind of features. So.
I'm gonna add all the features. I'm gonna ask for everything. Hey, if I don't ask for it and we don't get it, then
that's
I should have asked for it.
You never asked, there's a 0% chance, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Anyway, thank you for watching this very rambly session of the Saturday stream. we're in vacation mode. We're chillaxing. We're enjoying some stuff. So I hope everybody had a great New Year's, and thank you for coming back and watching today with us. Thank you, Joseph, for being here. Congratulations to our winners. Make sure you guys participate in the Game Jam. Again, just like I said, if I don't ask for features and we don't get them, then, well, maybe I should have asked. Well, if you don't participate in the Game Jam, you won't win the Game Jam. And it's all free. It's everything to participate in the Game Jam is free. And you could win $10,000. Like, just do it. I can't.
Which is wild.
I can't participate because I'm staff and because I'm on the panel of judges. But if I wasn't a judge and I wasn't staff, I'd be all over this Game Jam. Because this is exciting stuff. It's a huge prize. There's prizes for a lot of the runners up, and get the word out there. If you know anybody who's interested in making games, whether they've made games before or not, this is a great opportunity to make something cool, to get your name out there, to learn a cool tool and possibly win a bunch of money. So definitely get involved, get your friends involved, share that Medium article around because we want as many people participating as possible, because it's a lot of fun. We enjoy judging these games. It's a lot of fun playing all the things that you guys make. So please give me something to judge. And you got lots of time.
Alex, every Wednesday, I just want to make it clear for the folks who are watching that I think that most people who want to create games with the Game Maker right now aren't game designers. And if you're not, that's totally fine.
Oh, yeah.
Make your game, get it like a part of the way done, and then submit it into the gallery in the Game Maker.
Mm-hmm.
And then on Wednesday, if you message me, I can open it up or join us here on the stream and say, hey, play my game. Tell me what to do next or what have you, right? I'll play test your game and give you some quick feedback on it live. And a few users who are in the chat probably right now know that we've helped work on their game experiences in the past by just getting that live Wednesday feedback, and then they say, okay, and we found little glitches or little like lag points that, we optimize the game there. So that's the goal of the Wednesday stream, is to help you optimize your game and get ready for this Game Jam. So give it a try, mess it up, get it all wrong, and that's all good, right? As you've got about a month or so, not quite, a week less than a month to complete the game, but the entire Game Jam's only a month long, so you're still very much got a bunch of time left to make those experiences. So get out there and just give it a shot.
Yeah.
Worst thing that could happen is that you can have a good time.
right, yeah. You have a lot of fun and then you don't win, but then you had a lot of fun, so you do win.
But the top 10 people are winning, at least a couple $100 worth of sand. You're getting a land NFT, so you can publish those games into the metaverse once you've got them all polished up. So it's definitely worth giving it a shot.
Absolutely. And if you've been watching the stream for a while, you know that we've built whole little games. Well, I guess just one, really, but we built a whole little game in just like 45 minutes on the stream. So it doesn't take a lot of time to get something started, and then you've got weeks. You've got until the 23rd to polish everything and get it finally done. So definitely take advantage of that. All right. So thank you everybody for watching. We will see you. Well, Joseph will see you on Wednesday, and I will see you next week. Have a great rest of your weekend and have fun.
See you later.